Hey guys, I'm Kai, hope you're doing well, and today is the day we tear down the wall to my snake room, so stick around, you're watching Lucas Landon Royals. That's right, we're about to tear down this wall and door that I hand built 3 years ago, and it separates the new snake room from the original snake room. So let's take a look at how it's constructed to get a better sense of how to tear it down. So here is the door. It is constructed completely out of lumber. The wall is constructed in the same manner. I used 1x4-inch lumber to build the frame. We got overlapping joints, and then once the frame was assembled, I threw on a sheet of really thin plywood on the other side, gave the whole door a coat of white paint. And the reason it's very thin and light is because I wanted to use these cabinet hinges that have the soft close, but they don't hold that much weight. So that's why we had to keep the door as light as possible. And I also kept the cost down, so I was able to assemble the wall in the same manner. The first thing we have to do is remove the hinges, and I got one on the top and one on the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first. Now with the door gone, I can go ahead and remove the last hinge and also take off this beam. The reason this beam is here is because the hinges are inset and I didn't want to drill a big hole into my drywall. Now the hinges are gone, I can take this beam off, and it's just held in by 3 screws that I've been buried into the beam itself. But over the time, you can see where the screw head are popping out. So I just have to remove that and then reverse the screws out. So by using the sacrificial beam, I'm able to reduce the amount of damage to my drywall. I just have 3 of these small holes to patch up rather than big holes on the corners and having to replace this entire corner. Now that the door is dismantled, we can work on removing this wall, and it's held in at 3 points. Up at the top, there is 1 screw, and then at the bottom, we have 2 blocks. One there in the front and one more in the back. These blocks are screwed into the concrete floor, and then the wall is held onto the blocks by these brad nails. I'm gonna use a saw to cut through this seam, cut right through all those brad nails. All right guys, so we've severed the 3 connection points, 1 at the top, and you saw me cut through the 2 at the bottom. And by the way guys, remember to clean up after yourself. It'll keep your other half happy. And the clean space is a much safer space to work in. Now take a look at what we have here. This is the wall that we can take down in just a moment. The door, which I have propped over there, used to come all the way over here and butt up against this wall. Right here is how much space I had to walk through. And I made sure I had just enough space so that I can walk through with my 28 quart tubs, which were exactly 16 inches wide, so that I can take them over to my sink and clean them out. Now what I've forgotten to account for were my hands that had to hold the tub on either side. So every time I carried one of those 28 quart tubs through this narrow area, my knuckles would scrape through these 2 edges. Got a lot of cuts on my hand because of that. So I'm extremely glad I'll be finally moving this wall, and I have much more space, and we'll take a look at how much space I have once this wall is gone. And we are done. That wall is gone. Look at how much more open this space is now than it was before. You can see my entire snake room straight down the center. Before, when I was doing a video in here, the camera was about, I don't know, 20 inches in front of me, and you can only see a part of my snake room because I really couldn't even turn around that much. But now you can see the entire snake room in one shot, and this is awesome. Not only that, I can now finally walk through this area straight on, not have to turn to the side looking like I'm doing the meringue. I don't really know if that's the meringue. But anyway, so much more space, feels much better walking through here, and it's gonna definitely help with time, reduce the amount of time it takes for me to wash out all of these tubs in the sink over there, because it's just gonna be much easier walking through. The wall and the door were very easy to take down, and that's because I knew they weren't gonna be there forever. So I designed them in the way that they could be taken down quickly with minimum impact, minimum damage to the rest of the house. Like you saw, I only have 3 screw holes on this side and 2 screw holes on this side. The rest of it you won't even notice. I just patch up those holes and we'll be on with it. But I love having this much space to walk through, and this is awesome. And as you can see, I have plenty of wall space on this side as well as this side to continue building those racks, wrapping around this entire room. So that's gonna be awesome. You guys know I already have a couple racks already built, so I just have to roll them into place. That about wraps it up for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to this channel and you want to be informed of future uploads, make sure you're subscribed, ring that notification bell. As always, thanks for watching. Please share, and I'll see you guys next time.